So how do good relationships become great? When they're already good, but you want them to be like the best. And I like to use the word badass. Like the most badass relationships are very visual, right? You can see them across the room. Literally the two people radiate love and abundance and happiness. And I honestly want that for everybody. And what I think is so fascinating to me is it's very simple tips that fix that and make that happen, but it's actually a lot of work. And so if I had to give you the three tips, the three things I would suggest to people to have that are either married or in a committed relationship, or in a relationship that they don't want to lose and they want to make it badass. The best way to do this are these three things. Continuous work. Know that it will always, instead of always doing this and this, it's going to be more like this, ebb and flows, and you're going to have to work on it all the time. And it's not negative work, it's more like I want to put energy into this to make it glow and radiate energy. Number two is curiosity. Curiosity is the fastest thing to kill a relationship. When you're not curious in your partner anymore, whether it's what they did, what they're doing, no human being is the same as they were a year ago or 5 years ago or 15 years ago. And everyone says, well, I know everything about my partner. But we don't, because their needs their passions change, the things that they're curious about have changed. So when we lose curiosity, we lose the interest. And when you don't have interest, that's when people stray, that's when relationships don't do well, that's when relationships get stagnant. And the third tip is creativity. If you're not being creative in how you interact with each other, and it starts again, that's where this monotony starts happening. You might do the things you think are really good together, just because you have shared interests, you're getting bored. And so by getting creative, by doing similar things that you always do together, changes the game. So continuous work, curiosity, and creativity. Those three C's, I guarantee you when those are being invested in, and then the continuous work is like reading books together, investing in different types of learning together, understanding. And so these three C's should go into a toolbox, and the couple should have a toolbox of tools that they use all the time to say, how do I bring more joy, more abundance, more excitement, and more curiosity into this relationship? I'm going to get a tool out of the toolbox that I know works, and that will always bring the relationship back to some sort of newness, which is what we get excited about. Because when you first meet someone, and that's how it happens, you're getting work from them, they're doing all the different bells and whistles to get your attention, they're curious about everything about you, and they are creative in how to get your attention. But we get bored because after the time goes along long enough, we stop all those things. So you can read all the books, you can do all those things, but if those three things are in check all the time, you're asking yourselves, typically you're going to have a very healthy relationship, and you're going to have it when you have downs. You're going to open the toolbox and go, which one of these things are going to work right now? Sometimes it's just being creative in something you do all the time, and it's different and it surprises them. Sometimes it's you being curious about something they are shocked that you're curious to know about, and it stimulates passion in them. Sometimes it's just saying, here's a book, we need to work on this, and I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. That means you're pouring energy into that relationship bubble, and that's what makes them glow. Because the best couples, the badass ones, they never stop.